Hey guys, there is a lot of money moving around in the magic markets right now. Let's take a look to find out where it's all headed. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel and you've somehow found me out there in the cyber universe that's YouTube, thanks a lot for taking the time to check out my content today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Remember, the best thing you can do for a small channel trying to get to that 5,000 is smash that subscribe button, help out, and it's free to do. Doesn't cost you a dime. Thanks a lot, guys. So our conversation today is going to lead around the money that's moving around the magic world right now. It is something I have not seen myself in a very long time. Even when I was buying hardcore a lot of boxes and stuff. Guys, there's a lot of money. And I'm going to break this down for you so we can all get through it together. So, during the buyout of October, November, December, right in there when it started picking up steam, people really went hardcore with their stimulus checks, with leftover money, those who had good job security, and they started buying reserve list cards. I mean, gobbling them up. We're talking Pac-Man style, moving from level to level, buying basically every card in the reserve list was being gobbled up. Right? A lot of FOMO hit there. A lot of fear of missing out. We saw cards go from $5 all the way up to 100 that had never been hit before on a reserve list buyout. But then it kept going. It didn't stop. 120 days, 200 days in. The reserve list buyout is now just a fact of life. It's not a buyout anymore. These are the new price levels. There's been some dips now. We're seeing a little bit of decline. And on that decline, that is not because the cards aren't sought after. People have found more cards, they've restocked, but it's also Wizards in the last week and a half has brought out all kinds of spoilers from Modern Horizons 2. They've showed us some D&D spoilers. And that led me to think, if I'm seeing a slight slowdown here, I know the money kind of moves, it's very fluid, so let's see where it's going. So what I did is I called up all the local LGSs where I have information from or comments from, or I can talk to people to see how their sales are going on the pre-release. 70% to 75% sold out on the collector boxes from Modern Horizons, on the set boosters, on the draft boosters. Bundles are fine. They have lots of bundles, no problems. So with those three products, almost 70 to 75% sold out. And we don't even know what the cards are yet. People, I took polls. We talked about this on the channel. Our channel is 4,000 people. It's not the most insignificant channel in the world. We took polls. We said, hey, are you going to buy singles? We're going to buy boxes. Now, a lot of people said they buy the odd box. So you got to take that number and start adding it up. Then there was lots who said, I'm going to get singles. I'm just going to forget this set. It's too expensive, Moxman. The price is too high. I'm getting singles. And then there's those who said, I'm just buying reserve list, right? But then I started looking into it. Not only are people buying Modern Horizons 2 pre-release sale prices, which means they're getting the draft boxes, the set, the collector. They're also saying, hey, what other cards do I need to build my decks? And they've gone into the modern market and they've gone and bought all kinds of EDH staples, all kinds of modern cards, Force of Negation. A lot of these cards are starting to pick up steam on the fear they're not getting reprinted or won't be around or even be harder to get as the Modern Horizon original boxes go up. So FOMO really starts kicking in on some of these modern cards because we mentioned before, I've mentioned a few videos, Wizards won't let Modern die. They're not going to let Standard die. They will fix it. They will find a way to make people want to get into it, and they will fix it. And that's what they've done. They've just made a good set. They made you want to get into it. You've started drooling a little bit with salivation, going, oh, the cards look so good. And then we're out there buying, okay? So now you have the people buying those cards, but then there's also the people buying the staple cards. The guys who need extra soul rings. The guys who need Rings of Bright Earth. All those little cards you need in between to make commander decks, make your modern deck work for you. You need the fetch lands. Oh, there's going to be fetch lands in this Modern Horizon. It's going to be awesome. They're going to be rare. So that all leads to people going for FOMO. That leads to people saying, I have extra cash now. I may have sold some reserve list cards, and I'm going to go buy now a whole bunch of modern stuff I need, and I can totally compete. I get it. But when you see the money moving in reserve, and then you see money moving in modern, and then in EDH and Pauper and Standard, and you just tap across, it's more money moving than I've seen in a long time at this level of just sloshing it all around. It is awesome to see because I understand that I may not have any advice to give you because I'm not a graduate of Magic University. I understand. This is an entertainment channel. I cannot offer financial advice that is sound and secure. I'm just an entertainment channel out there talking to you guys. But at that second part of this conversation where I go, wow, somebody's going to be caught holding the bag a little bit on some of these products. Either the stores cracking packs, who maybe they bought some of their own product, right? They're keeping it aside and counting it as part of their sales figures. Or you've got investors who are saying, I'm going to buy a collector box of Modern Horizons 2. I'm going to spend the $3,000 and just seal it. That still takes it off the market, right? And I assume some will show up on Amazon just like Time Spiral Remastered showed up, right? Don't assume that when they say it's one and done. Remember, you don't know how big the one and done is. They could make it 10 times their normal count and just be hiding away and slowly trickle it out, right? Why do you think they have allocation? To tighten it up to keep the prices high before they dump more into the market. And that's the other thing. It's all going to be reprinted for a while. Maybe not the collector boxes. They will be a little bit harder to get long term. But the set boosters and draft boosters are going to be around. So there is no real FOMO there. People can wait and see how the set pans out before they can decide if they want to buy a box or they want to go ahead and just buy singles. You can wait. You'll have the option of both going forward in the long term. Now, when you're going for the staple cards, I saw people buying multiple copies of some cards, like multiple. I could just see it disappear. I'm going, oh, look at that sale. That was a high sale. That person bought like 8 copies or 10 copies or 15 copies, which means some people are trying to corner the market on certain staple cards in certain decks because then they can resell it and make some profit after the cards are dropped. Could be people who know what's in the set already. Who knows? But it's happening. And when I see it, this much movement all over the place, it makes me very interested to see what the outcomes will be. Because I am sitting on the outside, just looking in, looking like a little peering glass, going, what's going on in there? I want to take a look. That's all. I'm just waiting for the store to open so I can see what's going to be inside the store. Because I'm not jumping in, buying mass amounts without knowing, right? Even D&D, I'm going to buy a little bit, sure. I have a plan. I'm going to stick to my plan. But if the set's horrible, I'm not going to buy that much. I'll buy some because it's D&D. I'll keep some sealed. And same with Modern Horizons. If it's an amazing set, amazing, I still have 2 years to buy it. I have 2 years. I can slowly pick up a box here or there, especially if there's sales on it, which there was even for Modern Horizons around that Christmas time. I'm telling you, the Cyber Monday deals, wait for it and hit you up then. You'll thank me and you'll save some money. So when we look at this and you realize how the market's going to go, with this much money, market movement in Magic, it's a lot of cash, more than I've seen in a long time of the amount of sales. Now, I've seen that slight dip in some of the reserve list. That could be people moving money into Modern, Pauper, EDH, the bigger staple cards, okay, from those sets. And then over here, you still have the hardcore reserve list people who are still picking up that reserve list every time it dips. And when this set comes out, when Modern Horizons 2 hits, and somebody's got to sell a dual land to get something they want from Modern, you're going to see a dip in some of these dual lands even further than what they're at now, and you're going to see a dip in fetch lands for about that 30-60 day period from the older sets that aren't as desired because they're not as fancy. So you can afford to wait it out and see how that goes and maybe pick up a dual land there. Because when the dual lands dip and you buy on the dip when it's down a little bit lower, 10, 20%, that's the time to snatch up even a fetch land. It's the time to snatch it up because it won't, because the set's so expensive, there won't be that much going around later on. People are going to want the higher price because they paid so much for the boxes. So those in the singles might say, oh, I had to pay $400 for my 4 fetch lands. Yeah, but if the box is $300 and you only got 2 in a box, you made out pretty good, right? Just depends what's in the box. And since you don't know what's in the box, and this money is moving that way into the set without knowing what's in there, that freaks me out. That makes me think double masters. That makes me think VIP, where I got hosed really bad. Okay, I know a lot of people made out good, but I got hosed. So I'm not happy when I see it going that way. So I'm willing to sit on the outside of that store, looking at those who are buying. And I want to ask you guys, which way are you leaning toward? The polls said we were mostly buying singles with a few people buying boxes. Have you changed your mind after seeing all these cards? Have you guys decided differently and just didn't tell the Mox Man? Because that's what I want to know. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Remember, the money is moving fast and fluid, and it's going all over the place. Okay? Some people are going to lose. Some people are going to gain. And I'm curious to see how it's going to come out there, all right? Thanks a lot for tuning in. This is MTG Mox, man. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. It's crazy, man. So much money. So many sales. Like 10 stores told me. It's crazy. Hey guys, big shout out to all my most awesome patrons in the whole world. The guys and girls who make the world go round. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting every month. Looking forward to the end of the month giveaway. We're gonna have some fun with this. We're gonna have some fun, especially at cake. What, you think I forgot this? I didn't forget this. Hold on, we're going there, man. We're going there. Let me get this done. Let's get this. I know. Can you believe it? We're getting there. Down to 950 subs. That's all we need, 950. And we are golden at the 5,000 mark, guys. So thank you, everyone who's subscribing. That's awesome. We're already working down, man. 950 to go. We're going to get there.